Super Mario Galaxy. This game was my childhood. I remember going home from school, hooking my Wii to the TV, play a bit of Mario Kart Wii, and then being jealous of my cousin who actually had Galaxy because I never had the game. Yeah, I never had this game growing up, and only got to play it recently with the release of Super Mario 3D All-Stars. However, I would watch a lot of videos on this game before, so I wasn't technically unaware about it. Anyway, all that matters is I've played the game, I've 100%ed it, I just haven't played the sequel yet. So I can talk about this game and why I think it's considered to be the best 3D Mario game. I feel like if I want to understand why this game is loved by so many, I have to understand the development of the game. In 1997, Shigeru Miyamoto said that he wanted to make a sequel to Mario 64, which would run on the Nintendo 64 disk drive. That one add-on that saw a lot of delays, released exclusively in Japan, and then became a commercial failure because hardly anyone bought it. In December of the same year, Miyamoto stated,
"We're in the middle of preparing Mario 64-2 for release on the 64DD. I'd like to take advantage of the 64DD's ability to store information. As of now, Luigi's also a full part of the game, but we haven't started thinking about two-player gunplay with Mario and Luigi yet. We'll tackle that once we've got the system ironed out. We've figured out the processing power issues, so we could do it if we tried."
This seems to be the last time that development of Super Mario 64 2 was talked about because the game was likely cancelled after the failure of the 64 disk drive. However, in November of 1999, Miyamoto said that he might consider moving the development of a Mario game with multiplayer on a completely new system. At this time, Miyamoto was toying with the idea of a sphere-walking game, and even proposed this idea to be used in Doshin the Giant, a game that released on the N64DD, then later ported to GameCube. But the team rejected this idea. In August of 2000, a tech demo of the very infamous Super Mario 128 was shown off. This demo was shown off to show the capabilities of the GameCube and would later become the foundation of games like Pikmin and, well, Super Mario Galaxy, which would take the element of sphere-walking gravity from this demo. The director of Super Mario 128,
Yoshiaki Koizumi,
later became the director of Super Mario Galaxy.
Yoshiaki Koizumi
Was also the reason why story elements were snuck into Galaxy despite Miyamoto not being a fan of story. I think these story elements really add to this game and makes it a much more memorable experience. But another reason I think this game sticks out, especially compared to other 3D Mario titles, is the previously mentioned sphere walking. This game captures the vision that Shigeru Miyamoto had years prior. Just a shame they were 6 years late because Sonic Adventure 2 did it first. I bet all you Mario fans feel stupid, like Galaxy basically stole this from XA2, like what the f***? Like, imagine being a Mario fan. Couldn't be me. Anyway, back to talk about why Super Mario Galaxy is a good game. I've already talked about its development, so I guess next I talk about the finished product. One thing this game did that was never done in a Mario game before this point was the use of an orchestrated soundtrack, because before Galaxy it just didn't fit. However, both composers,
Mahito Yokota
and
Koji Kondo,
felt that an orchestrated soundtrack would truly emphasize the great scale that Galaxy was going for, an epic adventure. If you are more interested about this, I will be putting a link to the Iwata Asks interview because it sheds a lot of light to the development, even supplying a recording, so yeah, I would definitely recommend that if you want to know more about the game's soundtrack. Second thing to talk about is the gameplay. It's just good. It has engaging boss fights, loads of stars to collect, and just the right difficulty. Is it one of my favourite games? No. But I can appreciate the ideas that this game brought to the table and its impact in the 3D platformer genre. Because whether you like Galaxy or not, you can't say that it wasn't revolutionary, especially in 2007. This game knew the theme it was going for and utilised it in such a way where even if it shouldn't make sense, it just does. I wish I could be like, now let's talk about the second game, but I haven't played it. So maybe when I eventually do get to play it, I could do a video on that, with maybe the same structure as this video. Because there were definitely some interesting things with the sequel and how it used a lot of unused ideas from the original Mario Galaxy, such as Yoshi. Now, as I said before, I never grew up with this game, so I thought I would ask someone who did and considers it the best game ever why they like the game so much. Okay, so you were exposed to Mario Galaxy when you were younger, right? So, like, why do you regard it as, like, your favorite game, do you think? Like, what makes it good for
I don't
you?
actually know, to be fair. Like, I don't know, it feels like everything about it just kind of lines up into what makes a decent game. Well, more than decent.
Mm.
You know, you've got just the general atmosphere of it makes it great as well. Like, in space. I feel like that's an element of something that would make it a lot better. The music also fits it really well.
Now, you said you had a story about Galaxy. Do you remember that?
Oh, yeah, right.
Alright.
So, I nicked it from my granddad's house.
Wait, what?
And, well, it wasn't mine. I nicked it from my granddad's house. And I've never given it back since, and I don't regret it a single bit. I brought it home, and I was playing it. I played it for ages as well, because I was like, even the beginning of the game, which right now I find boring because I've done it so many times. It's just, yeah. There's lots of other things. The level design's really good, especially levels like Ghostly Galaxy, Freeze Flame Galaxy, Gusty Garden. I don't really like, actually, to be fair. It's just planets, like small ones.
Yeah.
As I prefer more like open planets. Yeah, like the bigger galaxies. The main thing that makes it such an enjoyable game is probably like the level design, along with the atmosphere of it, the music, obviously the characters as well. The controls aren't the best. They're very limited, but it's just long jump, back flip, triple jump, walk, run, compared to games where you could have rolls and cap jumps and dives and all that. So the movement's pretty limited. I think that's one thing where the game lacks. But I guess you couldn't really have that much on a Wii remote. So it kind of makes sense. It's, you know, it's a really good game for, you know, something that was on the Wii. I've never, what was I going to say? Yeah, I've never had any problems with the camera in the game. I feel like people complain about that really, like, it's quite petty when they do that.
Big thanks to Bub64, you can find his channel in the description, so yeah, check him out if you haven't already. If there is anything vital that I missed in this video, then I would like to know because this is interesting to me. Anyway, this is the end of the video, so until next time.
Yeah, so I nicked it from my granddad's house.